What's up everybody, over here on my free-to-play Rise of Kittens account, and I'm just getting into my week 2, I think, or I might be halfway through, kind of lost track, so I figured I'd give a little account update pre-summons and then what I was able to upgrade afterwards. Honestly, this game is quite generous with the summons, but like I mentioned in my tips video, you just have to be patient and wait for the specific events to unload those resources. Wasting no more time, 1500 summons, let's get it. So the first thing I want to throw out there, I definitely made one mistake here. When you first start out on your server, you will have this Splendid Feast event active, which is your advanced summons. What I did foolishly was try to push for that 1500 within the first couple of days of playing. I'm a free to play, what was I thinking? If I have a screenshot of what I was able to make it to, I'll post it, but I know I was like 100 or 200 off from 1500. I was pretty close. What I should have done is stopped at 1000, because you'll see in the target rewards, it goes from 1000 milestone reward to 2000. It's a huge jump. You really should only go further if you can make it to the points ranking rewards, but to be eligible for that, you need to do those 1500 summons. Long story short, but the story has already been far too long, I should have stopped and saved once I did 1000. This would have cemented that top spot most likely as a free to play in the second round, which is going to be this one right here of the summon event. Right now, kind of jumping ahead, you'll see I stopped at 1503, and there are two other players above me, basically neck and neck at just over 2000. I'm not going to be able to reach those. I'm totally fine right now if I can maintain third place for these point ranking rewards. You can see I'm going to get one faction strongest hero box, meaning the top tier heroes like Lubu, Alexander, Caesar, etc., plus 10 faction summons and 30,000 gold. I mentioned this before, but the game is generous on summons plus gold, basically diamonds, the more popular term, at least for me when it comes to mobile games. My team currently pre-summons is going to be a 10-star Lubu, Lobo, Luby, I don't know what you call this hero, a 9-star Cow, I don't know how you pronounce these names, which I'll be replacing with Caesar eventually, Alexander as a strong, sometimes even better DPS than my Lubu, Wu Zetian, Artemis, and Zhao Yu as supports. I would love to get some Grandpa with the Peaches copies so I can replace my Artemis. Getting into the summons, I won't be showing everything here because honestly the summons are pretty basic. It's not very entertaining to watch. I'll try to blow through these, and oh my goodness, we got the Daddy Peach hero. Thank goodness, because he is an absolute monster of a support. Moving into King Arthur, still good if I ever want to focus on making a second team, or if they do release faction towers. Most likely they're not going to release them, but you just never know. I'm really hoping for like at least one Lubu or Alexander copy though. If I get more, I'm happy. Oh damn, right here, another Grandpa, off to a decent start and only about a couple hundred summons in. So now that I mentioned faction towers, it's kind of a good and bad thing that there isn't any. I mean, outside of your core 6 heroes, and oh damn, here we go, let's go. We just got a Lubu copy. But yeah, you just want to focus your core 6, so food for the most part in this game isn't too bad, as long as you're not going crazy with many from the same faction.
Petals fade.
Another King Arthur copy is going to be locked and sitting on the bench till I max out my Lubu, which the max is 13 stars. And then here we go, we got our first copy of Caesar. Yes, very much needed. I believe he's the best tank in the game. Really the core heroes I see everyone always talking about, or I see in the rankings for PvP, is going to be Lubu, Alexander, and then Caesar. Then after that, you can pretty much just run supports to buff everyone. Alexander, welcome to the party. I will be using that copy to build my stars up. We got Hannibal. I've been looking over his kit, and honestly, it seems kind of interesting, even though the free CC potential chances are very low. Freeze does sound interesting. I'm going to keep him on the bench, just like King Arthur. Alright, so we're basically done with the 1100 or whatever it was. I'll just upgrade some heroes here and there, go into the last part, for I think that's going to be the last 200 summons needed for the event. So for whatever reason, when I was recording with BlueStacks, it didn't record my game at the proper resolution. It's set up to be 1080 by 1920, yet it recorded it at 1280 by 720. I don't know, make that make sense, but yeah, unfortunately, it's completely messed up. I mean, unless you want to see this stretched out picture, I mean, oh my god, this is so bad. I'm just going to skip to the final part of all the upgrades I did, plus the final points and potential ranking rewards. As of right now, we are sitting on a 11-star Lubu and Alex, so I definitely did some work in the background here. I brought up Wuzetian to 9 stars, Caesar to 8 stars, Grandpa Peach himself to 8 stars, and then I have Zhao Yu as my final spot. Eventually going to build him up, but I'm really happy with my team right now. I ended up feeding my cow since I got Caesar, like I said I was going to, or I think I said I was. I'm pretty happy with this setup. I need one more Alex copy and then I can start working into 12 stars. I have enough copies to bring my Wuzetian to 10, and honestly my overall progression rate here is quite nice. Looking over the Splendid event, finished with 1,503 summons, I believe I showed this at the beginning of the video. Eligible for the ranking rewards, still just a couple hours before reset. I don't think my third spot is going to be challenged. I mean, this player right here is close with 1,200, but pulling another 300 summons out of your pocket, if I need it, I have another 100-ish ready to go, because I really want those third place rewards. Like I said, the game is generous, can easily get over 50 summons a day. You'll get 20 from your online rewards seen right here, and I think you get 30 total from all these daily chests at the top, and that's just guaranteed. I mean, you have achievements, you have events, gift codes, there's many other ways you can actually get summons. I'm waiting on the rerun of the faction summon event, as I did skip the first one, so I'm gonna have the 150 needed for once again being eligible with those point ranking rewards. Hopefully a lot of players will be drained because they went all out on the first one, so I can place highly, hoping for that first or second spot. Let me know down in the comments, what is your team looking like? Are you a free-to-play or are you a spender? As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.